George Soros, a name that evokes both admiration and controversy, is a renowned investor and philanthropist whose actions have significantly influenced global financial markets. Born in Hungary in 1930, Soros fled the Nazi regime and later settled in the United States, where he built a fortune through his hedge fund, Quantum Fund. His most notable moment came in 1992 when he famously shorted the British pound, betting against the currency's stability. This audacious move not only earned him a staggering profit of over $1 billion, but also led to a crisis for the Bank of England, forcing the country to withdraw from the European exchange rate mechanism. This event marked a pivotal moment in the history of European currencies, which were in a state of flux before the introduction of the euro. The intricate web of exchange rates and economic policies created a precarious environment, making Soros's actions all the more impactful. As we delve into this fascinating story, we will explore how Soros's strategies and insights reshaped the landscape of European finance and left an indelible mark on the currency system that would eventually evolve into the euro. In the aftermath of World War II, European nations faced the daunting task of rebuilding and fostering stability to prevent the recurrence of devastating conflicts. The horrors of the war underscored the necessity for cooperation, leading to the formation of various alliances aimed at promoting peace and economic collaboration. The desire to create a united front against future aggression motivated countries to band together, culminating in the establishment of the European Union. This integration was seen as a pathway to ensure lasting peace and prosperity across the continent. A significant milestone in this journey was the introduction of the euro, envisioned as the ultimate expression of European unity and economic integration. However, the transition to a single currency was met with initial reluctance from several nations, as many were hesitant to abandon their national currencies, which held deep historical and cultural significance. Concerns about losing monetary sovereignty and the potential economic implications created a complex debate among member states. Despite these challenges, the euro ultimately emerged as a symbol of collective strength, representing a bold step toward deeper integration and cooperation among European nations in the quest for stability and shared prosperity. The exchange rate mechanism, ERM, was established in 1979 as a key component of the European monetary system aimed at stabilizing exchange rates among European currencies. By creating a system of fixed but adjustable exchange rates, the ERM sought to reduce currency fluctuations and foster economic stability in the region. Countries participating in the ERM committed to maintaining their currency values within a specified range, which required active intervention by national banks to buy or sell currencies as needed. However, this framework also introduced vulnerabilities for these banks, as they were often compelled to defend their currencies against market pressures, leading to significant strain on national reserves. The need for constant vigilance and intervention created a precarious balance, as any misalignment could trigger speculative attacks. Additionally, participating countries faced economic challenges, including the necessity to align their monetary policies and fiscal measures with the collective goals of the ERM. This often meant making difficult decisions that could impact domestic economies, such as controlling inflation or adjusting interest rates. As a result, while the ERM aimed to promote stability, it also highlighted the complexities and risks associated with maintaining fixed exchange rates in a diverse economic landscape. Margaret Thatcher's opposition to the exchange rate mechanism, ERM, stemmed from her keen understanding of its economic flaws, particularly the risks associated with fixed exchange rates in a diverse economic landscape. She believed that the ERM could undermine the UK's monetary sovereignty and lead to detrimental economic consequences such as inflation and reduced competitiveness. Despite her reservations, a political shift within the Conservative Party emerged, with many members advocating for Britain's membership in the ERM as a means to demonstrate commitment to European integration and economic stability. This shift reflected a growing belief that aligning with Europe was essential for the UK's economic future, contrasting sharply with Thatcher's more sceptical stance. The political landscape changed dramatically following Thatcher's resignation in 1990, paving the way for John Major to ascend to power. Major, who supported the ERM, viewed it as a pathway to greater economic stability and integration with Europe. However, this decision would later lead to significant challenges as the UK faced economic turmoil and pressure on the pound. The consequences of Thatcher's departure and Major's policies ultimately highlighted the tensions within the Conservative Party regarding Europe, setting the stage for ongoing debates about the UK's role in the European Union. Leading up to the crisis, Britain faced significant economic challenges, particularly a recession that coincided with its entry into the exchange rate mechanism, ERM, in 1990. The country was grappling with high inflation and rising unemployment, which created a difficult environment for economic recovery. The Bank of England found itself in a precarious position, tasked with managing interest rates to maintain the pound's value within the ERM's prescribed limits. This responsibility proved to be a formidable challenge, as the bank had to balance the need for higher interest rates to defend the currency against the adverse effects on domestic growth and employment. As economic conditions worsened, the pressure on the British pound intensified, with speculators increasingly betting against its stability. The combination of a struggling economy, high interest rates, and a rigid exchange rate policy created a perfect storm, leading to mounting tensions within the financial markets. The situation escalated further as the pound came under severe attack in September 1992, culminating in the UK's withdrawal from the ERM. This crisis not only exposed the vulnerabilities of the ERM framework, but also highlighted the difficulties of maintaining fixed exchange rates amid fluctuating economic conditions. George Soros's approach to betting against the British pound was both strategic and audacious, as he built a significant position using borrowed funds to amplify his potential gains. By leveraging his investments, Soros was able to take a substantial short position against the pound, anticipating that the currency would weaken due to the economic pressures facing the UK. The market conditions at the time were ripe for such a strategy. Britain was grappling with high inflation, a recession, and the challenges of maintaining its currency within the rigid framework of the exchange rate mechanism, ERM. Soros recognized that these factors would likely lead to a devaluation of the pound, making his bet increasingly attractive. The pivotal moment came in September 1992, when it became clear that the Bank of England was struggling to defend the pound against mounting pressure from speculators. As the situation escalated, Soros executed a massive sell-off of pounds, effectively triggering a wave of panic in the market. This decisive action not only solidified his reputation as a savvy investor, but also resulted in a staggering profit of over $1 billion, marking a historic moment in currency trading and the financial landscape of Europe. Black Wednesday, which occurred on September 16, 1992, was a tumultuous day for the British economy, marked by chaos within the Bank of England as officials scrambled to defend the pound against relentless market pressure. As speculators, led by George Soros, aggressively sold off the currency, the bank was forced to intervene, spending billions of pounds in an attempt to stabilize its value. Prime Minister John Major and Chancellor of the Exchequer Norman Lamont faced immense pressure to act decisively during the crisis. They made the difficult decision to raise interest rates sharply, hoping to attract foreign investment and bolster the pound. However, these measures proved insufficient as the market continued to react negatively, leading to a loss of confidence in the currency. Ultimately, the situation became untenable, and the Bank of England was compelled to suspend the pound from the ERM, marking a significant defeat for the government's economic strategy. The aftermath of Black Wednesday was profound, resulting in a sharp devaluation of the pound and a loss of credibility for the Conservative government. The economic fallout contributed to a recession, rising unemployment, and a shift in public sentiment, reshaping the political landscape in Britain for years to come. The long-term effects of Black Wednesday on the British economy were significant, particularly following the pound's devaluation, which ultimately set the stage for economic recovery in the subsequent years. The sharp decline in the pound's value made British exports more competitive on the global market, stimulating demand and fostering growth in key industries as the economy adjusted to the new currency landscape. The UK transitioned from a period of economic turmoil to one of robust growth, with GDP rising and unemployment gradually decreasing. This recovery was bolstered by a shift in monetary policy as the government adopted a more flexible approach that allowed for better alignment with market conditions. Interestingly, George Soros's actions during the crisis, initially viewed as detrimental, can be seen in hindsight as beneficial for the UK economy. By forcing the government to abandon the rigid constraints of the ERM, Soros inadvertently paved the way for a more adaptable economic framework. This irony highlights how a moment of crisis can lead to necessary reforms and ultimately contribute to a stronger economic foundation. As the UK emerged from the shadows of Black Wednesday, it found itself better positioned for future challenges and opportunities in the global economy. In this video, we explored the pivotal role George Soros played in shaping economic policy in Britain, particularly through his actions during the crisis surrounding the exchange rate mechanism, ERM. Soros's bold decision to bet against the British pound not only resulted in significant financial gains for him, but also forced the UK government to re-evaluate its monetary policies and ultimately abandon the rigid constraints of the ERM. This historical event serves as a powerful reminder of the complexities of financial markets and the impact that individual actions can have on national economies. As we reflect on the lessons learned from Black Wednesday, it becomes clear that adaptability and responsiveness to market conditions are crucial for economic stability. We encourage you to think critically about how these events continue to influence current financial policies and market dynamics. If you found this discussion insightful, please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who may be interested in understanding the intricacies of financial markets. Stay tuned for more engaging content that delves into the fascinating world of economics and finance.